Hey guys, Mike from Globex here. Today we're going to go over the installation of the GBX MFG tie rod reinforcement kit for the 6th Gen Bronco. This kit fits all 2021 and up Ford Broncos except Bronco Raptor or Wildtracks with the Haas 3.0 package. It's a pretty straightforward process. If you've ever changed a tie rod end, it should be pretty simple for you, but we're going to go over the process step by step with you today. Let's go over the tools you're going to need. It's all basic stuff you should have in your toolbox. An 8mm wrench, 14mm, 21mm, 7/8, an adjustable wrench, some pliers, a soft face hammer, and a torque wrench. The first thing we have to do is get the truck in the air and pull the front wheels. We're using a lift here in the shop. If you're working on the ground, be smart, use a wheel chock and jack stands, do things the safe way. You don't want to get hurt. Great, now we have room to work. Using your pliers, squeeze the clamp, holding the inner tie rod boot, and push it out of the way. It's easiest to break the jam nut loose with everything still attached. So grab your 21, loosen the jam nut. You don't have to loosen it far. It's just enough so that you'll be able to spin the tie rod end off. Now you're going to remove the 21mm nut, holding the stud into the knuckle. If it spins on you, there's an 8mm at the bottom you can use to hold it. Now we have to pop the tie rod end out of the knuckle. These usually pop out pretty easily with a little smack from a rubber mallet. But if yours is being a pain, you can use any standard tie rod end removal tool. Cool. That was easy enough. Now we're going to remove the outer tie rod end so we can swap the stock nut for the GBX sleeves. Simply hold the inner tie rod end. You can use a 15mm wrench if it wants to spin on you, and unscrew the outer. Little trick, you can count how many turns it takes so you can get it pretty close when you're reinstalling. Now that the tie rod end is out of the way, we're going to unscrew the factory jam nut so we can install the sleeves. There's two parts to our sleeve kit. The inner section is smooth. It slides on first with the wrench flats towards the steering rack. The outer section then threads on with the wrench flats to the outside. If you put on a dab of anti-seize now, the next person who works on your front end will thank you. Once you have the sleeve threaded on, you can go ahead and reinstall your outer tie rod end. If you counted how many turns it took you to take it off, you can reinstall it the same amount. It won't get you perfect, but it'll be close. We're going through this quickly right now. Don't worry about trying to follow in the video. We're going to show this in a bit more detail in a moment. Now we're going to take the outer tie rod end and slide the stud back into the knuckle. You can hold the end of the stud with an 8mm wrench while you tighten the nut with 21mm. The Ford factory service manual says these are one-time use nuts, and they get torqued to 45 foot-pounds. We're going to tighten the outer sleeve against the outer tie rod end. It serves as a jam nut. Replace your factory one. So the reason we have two pieces is so that you can have a long enough sleeve but still access the wrench flats for doing your alignment. If it's a 14mm right there, once you're on there, you're going to take your other wrench, just tighten to factory spec, straighten that bad boy back out, take the outer sleeve, tighten that bad boy down.
Don't forget to do the boot.
Yep. Yeah. Snug her up, bring that back straight. Right there. Then we're going to take our wrench, pull the inner tie rod boot right back down. Once you have both sides installed, you can reinstall your wheels, drop your truck back to the ground, and torque your lugs to 100 foot-pounds. After installing the tie rod sleeves, your toe will be off and your Bronco will need an alignment. Driving your truck without doing an alignment first can cause erratic handling, issues with the stability control system, and rapid tire wear. You should make arrangements with the alignment shop first. If you're installing them at home, we suggest getting the vehicle towed so you don't mess anything up on the way over. The sleeves aren't hard to install, but you do need basic mechanical knowledge. If you aren't confident, we definitely suggest bringing them to a qualified technician who could handle the installation and alignment for you at the same time. That's it. Our tie rod sleeves are a quick, easy upgrade to give you a lot more confidence off-road. If you haven't bought yours yet, hop on over to globexperformance.com and order a set today.